Good evening, how y'all are? I'm a little bit under the weather, but it ain't gonna stop me from having some delicious seafood tonight, I guarantee. I stopped and picked up some Blue Point oysters and some tiger shrimp. I'm gonna show you what we making. Join me! Shall y'all? Now, today... Okay, so picked up a half dozen of Blue Point oysters. Delicious oysters. We also got a pound of tiger shrimp here. So what we're gonna make with these oysters here, I'll show you how to process them here in a second, and the shrimps. But what we're gonna do here is we're gonna make a broiled oyster New Orleans style, and we're gonna make some shrimp scampi style. So we're gonna need the oysters, the shrimps, Tony Satchers, some Old Bay, some garlic, white wine, lemon juice, a green onion, Parmesan cheese, and of course, some butter. Let's get started. So we're definitely gonna need a good dipping bread for all that buttery goodness, that garlic butter sauce we're making with that fine Parmigiano Reggiano. So we got this here. This is like a baguette. It's called Ficella. And this is basically a sourdough baguette. It'll be delicious in that butter, I guarantee. So the name of the bread there is Ficella. And what's the root word there? Feces. Fecal. You ever heard the term, need to go pinch a loaf off? Now you know where it came from. So this is my little knife roll bag I take with me when I'm doing off-site events somewhere. So I make sure I have every little knife and tool I would need in case something go wrong or whatever. So, also in this bag is the oyster shucking knife right here. That's what we're going to use to shuck the oysters. So let's get started. So you're messing with oysters. Now we're broiling these and cooking them, so it's not as dangerous if you're eating oysters that are just raw. You always make sure your oyster's closed. If they opened up, they ain't no good. See how this one's kind of open a little bit there? That's cause for concern. So I don't think this oyster's gonna work. Make sure they're still closed. It means they're still alive. That one's closed. That one's alive. So like this oyster here, we're gonna toss away because I ain't gonna take no chance of getting sick on it. So check all your oysters. You see when you smell up in here, it don't smell like the ocean. You can smell it's off. So you want to toss this oyster. That's a good way to keep from getting sick. Some Blue Points, I believe, about $1.50 a piece. They ain't cheap. So we end up with 5 instead of 6, but you don't want to get sick. So, Mrs. Chef, I'm a little disappointed here in our Central Market Adventure for Blue Point oysters. Out of the 6 we bought, only 3 of them are good. Anyway, I'm pretty frustrated with that, but they ain't gonna let us spoil our fun. We still got plenty of shrimps, that's good. When you're doing an oyster, you're gonna take it, you pop it right here where it connects there. Pop it, cut around a little bit, take your knife, come over the one side of the shell, and you got the other one on the half shell. That's what it should look like. The other one's no good. So we got 3 out of 6. So with these broiled oysters New Orleans style, we start with a little butter in there. Then we're going to add some lemon juice in there. Absolutely. Add little Tony Satchers in there. Okay, we're going to sprinkle a little garlic in there. Like so. And then we got this high quality Parmigiano Reggiano here. It's very high quality, very delicious, very tasty. Ooh, that's looking delicious right there. And you asked me if you want to know about how you see if these oysters are good or not. When you open them up, they need to have juice in there, the natural juices. If they don't and they dried out, what that means is that they died somewhere along the way and the shell barely open when you couldn't tell it was open. But all the juices run out and they dry out and they're no good. Make you sick. lastly, we're gonna put this sprinkle here of Old Bay on top of that Parmigiano. Get some out of this can. Get this opened up here a little. There we go. Sprinkle on top of Old Bay. And a little sprinkle here of Chardonnay on top. Finish it off with a little green onion, scallion. Pop those in the broiler till that cheese melt and they're good to go. So for our tiger shrimp, we're gonna broil them as well. So what we're gonna do is line these up here in the skillet here. I'll show you how to broil some shrimp scampi. So you ain't gotta turn your stove on, just the oven. Tonight's episode. So I'm basically just repeating the same process we just did with the oyster there. Put some butter down on top of this. Beautiful and rich. It's like you had Red Lobster, but much better. Using quality shrimps. Okay, we got some garlic here. We're going to sprinkle the garlic over here. Like so. And your hand's going to smell like garlic, so you got to make sure you wash your hand up good. I'll finger a case of lemons or Roma tomatoes or something. And we got some green onion on here. Got some Chardonnay wine on here. Tony Satches. Remember, Tony's pretty salty, so you don't want to get too crazy with the Tonys. But enough to make it taste good, that's for sure. Now again, I'm sorry, I'm not feeling too good. I'm pretty under the weather right now, but I want to put y'all in the episode anyway. Get this here Old Bay back open up. Put a little Old Bay on here. There we go. Got that cheese. Maybe a little more cheese. This is definitely not low-fat dinner, and it's a very messy dinner. I'm getting shit all over everything. Oh, you want me using breadcrumbs up? Okay, we'll do that too. Maybe Chef got some breadcrumb here. We'll throw in there too. Let's do that too. We're gonna throw this off in the oven on 350. Check in about 6 minutes. See what we're looking like. There we go. Damn near forgot one of the most important components of this here is the lemon juice. Get that all squeezed in there. I'm actually putting a whole lemon in here because I like a lot of lemon flavor when I'm doing scampi style. Just really adds that acidity and all you need. And the last thing we're rolling off in the oven is going to be these fantastic goat cheese stuffed mushrooms that Mr. Chef made. So it's just goat cheese, a little Parmesan, breadcrumb, olive oil, and some black pepper. That's it. Simple. Ooh, and there we go. There's some broiled New Orleans style oyster. It's going to be delicious. And too bad we only get 3 of them. Because Central Market sold me 6 and 3 of them weren't no good. So, good rule of thumb. Even though it's a specialty high-end store, don't trust that everything in there is going to be fresh and good. Always check it out so you don't get sick. Well, time for the moment of truth. What does this oyster taste like? That's absolutely delicious. Them broiled blue points about as good as it gets. Delicious. Eat my weight now.
Smells good.
Ooh, that fantastic. Looking at shrimp scampi there is ready to go. And I can't wait to dig into you. Ooh, there's some black pepper mushroom, with goat cheese, looking pretty delicious as well. Ooh, and there we go. I don't care how sick I am, that's gonna be delicious. Got that beautiful shrimp scampi, them stuffed mushrooms, and some Caesar salad. Let's dig in. Ooh, I can't wait to try that shrimp scampi. Steam still coming off. That's damn good. Shrimps are delicious. Got a little kick from that Tony Satchers on there. Let's try one of Mrs. Chef's mushrooms out here. Burn my mouth off. Damn good. Will burn my britches. I'm full.